Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero reaction. Today we have 39% because Rod said I should listen to this. A lot of people agreed. And also there was a bunch of likes on Impure Enigmas, which was actually the top comment, saying what all of them were. So that makes it easy. Now I know I should listen to all these. Also, I love that they're apparently like pre-release songs and that they keep incrementally getting higher before 99% on the pre-reg. That's awesome. I know somebody fought for that behind the scenes to just have this cute little thing with the names. That's sick as hell. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to the song now, so without further ado, let's go! Yep. And this is why I'm here. Because I knew they're all gonna be vibes if that first one was that good. I don't know if I will get to all of these. That'll be up to you guys, but oh, hell yeah. Damn. It's scratching in my right ear there. Oop, now it's in my left. The funkiest bass line, too. A little bit of slap bass all over the place. Break it down a little bit. Dude. Woo! Jesus. That delayed punch-in, though. Hell yeah. This one's a little bit more like structured with custom elements in feel at very least compared to the last one. Dude. Ooh, 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 oh, we're not done yet. Oh, shit. I thought that was just a fun way to end it. Damn. It's been a while since I've been caught that off guard. Oh, there we go. And now it's done. What a fucking last hurrah with that song, dude. Hell yeah. You know, I got a comment a little while ago. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody was just like, I hate it when reactors pretend to dance. I resent the hell out of that statement. Like, I didn't get mad when I read the comment. I was just like, little do they know. I love this shit. I live for this shit. Are you kidding me? And who would not dance to this? I would not trust somebody who doesn't dance to this music. How do you not dance to something this fucking brilliant and fun and just free? It's honest. It's just music. It's the essence of song. It's fun. It's the beat. It's the drive that makes us as humans feel. It's the fucking vibes. Just, you know, like I get angry. You know how some people get like cuteness aggression, which I also get? I get that about music that's really fun to listen to. I'm just like, God, it's so good. But after I've taken a little bit of a breath, this song is really fun. And like I said during the reaction, this one has a little bit more of like a custom feeling compared to the last one. That one had more of like a sampled approach, which is also great, especially when you're just doing beat loops and such like this. Having that approach is totally a stylistic choice, well within the creative bounds of doing this sort of genre and this vibe. This just really is just making beats, right? You're sampling other things and you're making it to something new. That's the point of it at large, but there's definitely a window where you can do a lot of custom things and make everything yourself instead of using a bunch of samples. Like we did have the record scrapes and everything in here, all the scratches, that was definitely canned. It's not like they're sitting there behind an actual like scratch deck and just going, you know, it's just not really gonna be sensible. So that sort of thing, totally sampled, definitely. But like I'm not sure if the bass line, I don't think that was sampled. It didn't sound sampled. It sounded custom. Like it sounded like somebody who put it into a DAW, threw it together, did their own custom part to it. Same thing with the horns. Like those weren't sampled. Those were definitely like a VST of like a horn pack that they custom made all the chords and notes for. Awesome. You know, that's the two ways to do this style of music. You do everything yourself with very minimal sampling, or you use nothing but sampling, and that is really neat in its own way, having to create something new out of something that has already existed, or multiple kit bashes of things that is now a new thing. And I was having a lot of fun messing with the song. The entirety of it is basically just B minor and E flat. Also new samples for the piano here. Finally have one that doesn't sound like poop. It's really nice to be able to hear a song that's just that. And if we're just talking what the bass line was doing, this wasn't what the bass was doing. It wasn't the same pattern here, but just it's such a fun little, you know, there's a vibe to that in and of itself. Just kind of looping that. It sounds surprisingly wholesome in a weird way, almost like a kid's show's like theme song would be in the background of that. That's if you separate everything out. Again, most of it is just the chords there, but it's just fun. This song is upbeat. It has everything lifting it up. It's all vibes. It's all good positivity. There's no darkness to this song at all. It's just chill. And like I mentioned with the whole like bass line thing, that potential, sure, it's there, but that's if you arpeggiate the notes and you switch up the feel of everything. Just sitting here kind of stinging and then doing like what the bass was actually doing, which is basically just running around the scale of B flat and just kind of having fun with it. That's all you need. That's all you need for a good time. Some basic comprehension of music theory or just keeping a scale going. That's any bassist ever. They know what they're doing and they're gonna have a good time with it. But that's like the essence of what funk is, just kind of vibing around a scale and just making it work, having a good time with the free flow feeling of it. And while I am pretty sure that this is just somebody in a DAW doing it with like a piano roll and not actually playing the bass, given how it sounds, that's irrelevant because they made it sound fun and funky as hell, and it's still good. It's a really fun bass line. And with everything else going on in the song, like the horns and everything, it just made that like kind of jazziness come out of the funk, and I love it when there's just a good blend of that in there. It's kind of like Superstitious by Stevie Wonder in that way, where there's like that perfect blend of this jazziness to it, but plenty of funk, because that's kind of what Stevie's known for. So that's the essence that I got from this song and why it was so fun to listen to. Actually sounded a little bit like Superstitious at certain points. Definitely not sampling that by any means, just in the vibes of it are very in the same track, and I love that. So it just, this song, and I'm expecting the other ones of this to also be just as fun. They're a good time. This is really what I was getting excited for when I first started listening to Zenless. I could tell that the producers of these songs knew that this was the core ground floor of what they needed to build off of, and why all of their other music has been so fucking good, because this is like the beta sound of what they were going for. And this being what they chose to bring you into this world with is just an absolute blast, because you can go anywhere from here. There's there's so many avenues to take when you start with something that's this fun and already cemented in a long history of using other samples and genres in order to make something new, remixing and remastering everything in order to make it sound like a completely new thing. That's why I was saying at the beginning of this section that it doesn't matter if it was a bunch of samples or a bunch of new stuff, because no matter what you're doing for this genre, it will work, because the essence of it is freedom. And at large, sharing the musical happiness with other people around you and making something you want to make as an artist. That's why I love this. Same thing with like the graffiti aesthetic of the game. Very much a similar principle. They were all born from the same kind of process of, I want to do this, so I'm going to. I'm going to take what I can, do what I want, and make something new out of it, because we have nothing to work with, so let's make something with nothing. And that is the most fucking true artist standpoint. And I know I'm kind of going on a weird tangent with this, but that's exactly why I love this genre and why I'm assuming I'll love everything. As long as these guys stay doing what they're doing musically, I'm gonna love basically everything that comes out of Zenless, because if this is where they started, they knew the assignment from the fucking get-go. The starting gate had graffiti on it, and they were like, we got it. Like, let's fucking go. So I'm excited to hear more, obviously, if that wasn't clear here. So if you want me to get to the other percent ones, by all means, let me know in the comments below, or if you have something else you want me to get to from Zenless, drop those in the comments. I will do my best, as always, to get to those. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!